Hi all, my name is Rema and today we are going to record a session on credential vault. What is credential vault? Let's take a live example. On daily basis, suppose if we have to keep any jewelry, so we are keeping those jewelry inside our locker, right? And and we are providing the locker access to the only to the our relative like who we know, right? So similar way here, suppose if you have to log into any application, like if you are using any credential like login id and password for any application, and that application we are automating through automation anywhere, and we have to keep those credentials in somewhere, right? So that nobody can access it without your permission. So for that automation, we were provided one credential vault. So inside the credential vault, we can keep our user ID and password, so that nobody can view without your permission. If you are providing the access to the respective person, that person only can view it and access that credential. So let's start with our today's session. Let's go inside the manage. Like today we are going to learn how we are creating it and how we are keeping the credential inside the locker. Right. So both things we will know today in today's session, like how we can create a locker, how we can create a credential, and how we can keep the credential inside the locker. Okay. So inside the manage, this is your automation anywhere, and inside the manage, just click over the manage, and here you can see the credential is available. So just click on the credentials. So here you can see there's a three options: credentials, locker, and credentials request. Okay. So as I told you, we have to keep, if we have to keep our asset like jewelry and also we are keeping it locker. So first we have to bought our locker, right? So here also, like if you have to keep our username, password, any credentials, any important things. So in that case, we have to create first locker. If locker is not available, first we need to create a locker, then only we can create a credential and we can save save that credential inside the locker. So first step to create a locker. So for that you need to click on the lockers. Here at this symbol you have to click on the create locker if you want to create a locker, right? So if it is already available, if you want to assign that, like assign that credential inside those lockers, you can directly click over there and you can assign. But here I don't have any locker, right? So what I will do, I will click on this create locker. So let's click over here and just provide the locker name. So I'll provide the locker name as Gmail login. So I want to keep our my Gmail user ID and password here, okay, inside the locker. So I'm just making the name as a locker name is Gmail login, okay. Here and then if you want to provide any description, that also you can provide it here, okay. So who will be the owner, that you can select, like here just select over here. So I'm the owner of this Gmail login, and also you can assign the manager and all if you want to participant and consumer accordingly. Just select, okay. Select this one, create a locker. So consumer means like if you want to provide a like locker access to any consumer, so that so in the, suppose in my case I don't have any other users created, right? So if in your case like lots of users are created or accounts are created over there, and for four accounts if you want to provide the access of this locker, so those four accounts you can select in the checkbox in the consumer section, and you can provide the locker access, okay. So here the locker is created. So now what is the next step? Let's create a credentials over here. Okay. So I'll create a credentials. For credentials, you can see here you need to click at the symbol. Okay. So just provide the credentials name, Gmail, user, ID, and password. I'm going to save this. Okay, Gmail ID and password. Okay, so I'm just providing the credential name over here. Okay, and then what I have to do, I want to keep my this credential inside this locker. Okay, so I will select this. So in my case, only one locker is available. So this one locker is only visible here. But suppose in your case, in your control room, there's a lots of lockers already created. All the list of those locker will be available here. So if you want to save your credentials in any particular locker, so that you can select from here. Okay. So in my case, only one locker is available. So I'm selecting this one. I'll click over here so that I can save this credential inside this Gmail login locker. Okay. So now we have to provide the attribute name. Attribute name is like, in my case, like credential will be two, right? The Gmail user ID I want to save here and the password I want to save here. So two attribute. So in my case, there will be two attributes. One username and second will be the password. So first I'll say Gmail. I'll say user name. Okay, username. And if you want to provide a value here, so that also you can provide here. So by default, like it will enter this value. You just click on this standard, and here you just enter the Gmail ID. Okay. So here it is the insecurity. You can say like it is selected as a mask. So like mask means it will not be visible when it will enter from this credential vault inside the login page. So it will not visible the username. But in my case, I just want to visible this username, right? Only the password I will keep as a protected. So I will just untick this one. And username I have created, two attributes I have created, and I kept this both attribute inside Gmail login locker. Just create a credential. Okay. So here in the locker, you can see in the Gmail login, once you click over here. So yeah. So this is the credential is created and it's saved inside the Gmail login locker. Okay. And if you want to check your credentials, you can check from here. You can click over here and you can check this is assigned inside the locker Gmail login, and this is the two user ID and like Gmail password. There are two attributes. Okay. So if you want to make any change, that also you can do here, and once you add it, then it will ask you to save the changes that you can do. So how we can like retrieve this credentials from this credential vault to inside your bot, right? So let's go and check like how we can get this value. So just go here. I'm just creating our one random bot here. So okay, and inside one, just create one bot value. So how we can get the value credentials values from credential bot inside your bot, right? So let's check. So here in the action, you just type credential. So here, just minimize this one. In here in credential, you can see the assignment is coming here, right? So just drag and drop this one. Okay. And suppose if you want to assign that credentials into some other string type variable, so how we can do that? To assign a credential type variable value inside some other string type variable. So for that, we do have a command available here, that is credential assignment. Okay. By using this one, we can assign the credential vault value inside some other variable. Okay. So just here you can see there's three things are available in secure string, where you can directly like hard code the value. Okay. And here you can use the variables of the credential type variable also, you can use it, but I set my credentials or credential on credential vault. So for that, if I want to get those credentials from credential vault, so how we can do that? Just click on the pick. So here we need to provide the locker name. Okay. So in my case, only one locker is there. Only in drop down that locker name is coming. So I will select that one. In your case, if there's a multiple locker, then accordingly you can select from the drop down. Okay. And then after, we need to check like what is the credential I have saved inside this locker. So let's go and check in drop down. So only one credentials is saved here. So I'll select this one. Okay. And then after, we need to select what is the attribute you want inside this variable, right? So so first there's a two attributes, Gmail password and usernames. I just want to check username. Just confirm. And here it is asking save this one inside some. If you want to save, then in that case you just need to create a variable. And see, it is a credential type it is coming. So so that variable is created in credential what that type is credentials. That is the reason here it is asking to save those value inside the credential type variable. Okay. So I'll save Gmail user name. Okay, and just save this one. How we can do that? Just we come to pick locker name, then credentials name, then attribute name. Just save here. Okay, create and select. Okay, fine. Okay, so this variables like this Gmail username variable you can pass from one bot to another sub bot, right? From parent bot to child bot, from child bot to sub child bot, you can pass by using this assignment credential type command. Okay, so this is the way we can get the credentials